So the fight was announced a couple of days ago. Misfits 12, 20th of January 2024 in the Leeds First Direct Arena. How are you feeling?
Good. I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited to be fighting in Yorkshire. I'm born and raised in Yorkshire, so I'm really, really excited. And I didn't think I was going to get to fight in front of my own people for a long time because I've been boxing in America for so long. So I'm absolutely over the moon and just joyed to be able to fight in front of my own people.
Now, I know you've been trying to get on Misfits for about 12 months now. How close were you to fighting on kind of a past card?
The February one, I believe there was something for the Waleed fight, but at the time, I was a little too heavy, and Mams Taylor was like, "Oh, Fez, I don't want you to cut that much weight," which I'm really grateful for. And then I got an extra amount of respect from Mams Taylor from there because he had my safety in the forefront of his mind, even though they were desperate for an opponent. So I was really close there as well. And then the Jarvis fight was offered to me, and Mams was like trying to push it as much as possible, but Jarvis, he wanted a different opponent, which I completely respect. But that was probably the closest I came. But Mams is a man of his word. He said I was on the radar for a while, and we're always looking at different opportunities. But yeah, I believe Jarvis in November was a really, really close situation. But he chose B Dave, and they put up a great fight, so no hard feelings there.
Have any other promotions offered you a fight?
Yeah, I was offered two different situations in Dubai. I turned them down just because I was extremely adamant to make my return on debut on Misfits. As the original influencer boxer, this journey started in 2011, 2012. And, I was celebrating my 10th year of influencing, 10-year anniversary as anti-bullying ambassador. I started this a long, long time ago before influencer boxing was even a thing. So when I've seen Misfits and everything that they are doing is what I had in my head for over 10 years, right? So I was like, wow, I'm gonna stay loyal even if I have to wait 2 years. I don't care because it's not about age. It's not about winning a 12-round WBC title. It's a different situation. It's about influence, and it was very, very difficult because some of the offers were good. Dubai is a beautiful place, and yeah, I did turn down some offers, but I was absolutely adamant I was gonna make my debut after so long in on Misfits.
This is your first fight for a few years now. How have you improved since we last seen you in the ring?
Well, I've never had Roy Jones fully train me. For the 2018 fight, I was injured. So the only reason I took that fight, for example, is we had so much promotion, Huddersfield Town Football Club and all that stuff. I was on the pitch a couple of weeks before, and I was really badly injured, and I managed to get that fight. So my camp with Roy was very, very short there. But now I've improved under his tutelage. I've been going over, staying over in one of his apartments, been living there, not just 2, 3 weeks. I'm talking months and months and months and months and months, and then coming back and then going back again. And I've really, really developed as a fighter, and he's polished my style. I've got a very, very different style to what I used to have. Um, so I'm really excited. I'm a much, much better fighter. I believe I really started to understand his system in probably 2019, just before COVID came. And then obviously COVID caused a few problems, but we went back and then really polished up that style. So I think it's perfect timing now for me to show the world that I can do a lot of different things in the ring, and I take some things from Roy Jones' game, and I'm really, really excited. Yeah.
What do you know about your opponent, Ben Williams?
Ben Williams seems to be a lovely kid, big smile on his face, enthusiastic, popular guy. Seems like a very, very nice, genuine lad. He's from Ireland. I've got a lot of respect for the Irish. I've got a lot of my friends are Irish, so I know a lot of people in Dublin. So it's kind of like, yeah, Conor McGregor's one of my big heroes, and he's on his team. So that's interesting. Look, he's an 8-time Dublin champion. I believe he's boxed even internationally as well. So you have to give him respect as a boxer. He's been boxing from a young age. He's had plenty of fights. He's seen plenty of different styles, and I think he's got a lot of potential. He's just turned 20, so happy birthday to him. But yeah, he's definitely good. He's dynamic. He can box on the back foot. He could come forward and throw power shots. So he can do a lot of different things. He's not just one dimensional. So it's going to be a very, very interesting and intriguing fight. Certainly, in terms of skill, this is the highest fight on the card, without a question. And I mean that respectfully. to everyone else on the card. Skill for skill, this is going to be a high quality fight.
How many rounds is this fight?
4,
And how heavy are the gloves?
10 ounce.
Nice. Now, obviously, in your past, you've spoken about your motivations, but what's motivating you for this fight, your Misfits debut in particular?
Honestly, it's the whole thing about the influencer journey and finally having a home. Mams Taylor and KSI, DAZN and Sauron Brothers, I'm so grateful for them because I feel I have a home now. Throughout this journey, I was on CNN, I was in front of all these people around the world, and I was getting these sponsors, and these boxers were like, oh, who does he think he is? And why is he making this much money? And how is he in a penthouse in Las Vegas? And we don't like this. And there was an outrage when I first came onto the scene, and it was very frustrating. I was like, look, I'm just on my journey. I'm trying to prove to the people that were racist to me, that bullied me, that made me want to hate myself, that made me want to take my own life. I want to prove to them that I've made it, that I've done something big with my life. And for me, that's the most important thing. That's my why. That's why I never gave up on my dream, is to show those people that traumatized and ruined my life that, you know what, I've done something. I wasn't knocked down. I'm still standing. I've got up and I've pursued something that nobody thought that I could do, fight internationally and in front of millions of people on DAZN, something like that. It's just a dream. And to say, I fight for KSI, it makes me so happy. And yeah, these are my motivations for it. It's been a long time coming. And I was so happy when I saw KSI Logan Paul first fight. I was like, wait, that's my field. That's what I am, but there was no real title to it. But influencer boxing then came in. I'm over the moon to be with Misfits. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits. I'm incredibly grateful.
How will Huddersfield Town be helping you promote this fight as a proud Yorkshireman?
Oh, I'm really excited. I've been an ambassador for Huddersfield Town Football Club for several years, and I said to Huddersfield, I said, look, I want to. I was sick and tired of going around America and all these other countries, and like, where are you from? I said Huddersfield. They go, London. I go, no, Huddersfield, like London, like North London, South London. I'm like, no, guys, Huddersfield, Yorkshire, West Yorkshire. And nobody knew what it was. And I was like, oh, I was so frustrated. So, I'd be wearing the Huddersfield shirt, be showing people and telling people all about Huddersfield and Yorkshire, the history that we have and how beautiful the countryside is. And, many parts of England don't have the countryside that we have. So, yeah, I promoted Huddersfield on CNN and different news articles and stuff. I'm a very proud Yorkshireman, and I'm really looking forward to representing not just Huddersfield but the whole of Yorkshire on the world stage in front of people all over the world. So I'm really thrilled to be doing that.
Will Roy Jones Jr. be in attendance?
We're still talking. He does have a few engagements. We're trying to get him out of a few situations. I will find out probably in the next couple of weeks if he can come. Ideally, I'd like to have him for fight week. It's very frustrating because for me, if I'm preparing for a fight like I was last year, no, 2022, when my fights got called off in Alabama and all that, I'll go over to Florida and do my training camp there for several months before, fighting. So this time we don't really have that option because it's too close timing wise, and it's just a bit of a rush. So it's a little bit frustrating not being able to have a full training camp with Roy Jones. However, I've stayed in shape in the UK. My brother's a fantastic coach, Mo Mohsin. Mohsin has been an understudy of Roy Jones for a long time, and he's been training boxers in Vegas as well. So, he's been close with Roy. We talk to Roy every single day. Every single day. That guy's my best friend. So, I'm sure he's going to have plenty of influence, whether he's there physically or not. We're going to be talking a lot.
Do you have any tricks up your sleeve for fight week?
Yes, but I can't say, because if I say all my tricks, then he will know. And then, yeah, we have plenty of tricks. I have a bizarre fighting style, but at the same time, in terms of the promotion, I'm working on several things with several people. I don't want to say too much, but I'm cooking a lot of stuff very unique to what anything Misfits has had in the past. There's nobody that's thought of these ideas that I have, but these ideas have been ready for a long time. So it's sorting out a few little fine details. But yeah, I'm very much going to have plenty of tricks up my sleeve to entertain the fans, around the world.
And final question: how does the fight go?
Great question. It goes how I want it to go. I want to be aggressive. I want to put on a show. I think he also wants to be aggressive and put on a show. He's a good, strong lad. He's got a lot of power, a lot of hand speed, and so have I. We're both power punchers. We're both strong guys, so we both like to go for the knockout. So I think it's not going 4 rounds. I'm gonna start with high intensity. I'm gonna have high punch output, and put it this way: Roy Jones Jr. said, and I quote, "They don't come more heavy-handed than Fez." Full stop. Like he said that he's felt my hands and my punching power on the pads, inspiring all of these things. Very, very, very heavy-handed, and I'm both-handed. I'm orthodox and southpaw. I'm right-handed and I'm left-handed. So I've got two very, very powerful hands. I have knocked guys down at the Mayweather gym with my jab. My jab is a power jab. I'm a very, very powerful, powerful fighter, and I can fight on the back foot, front foot. So I think we're gonna have fun, but we're gonna basically clash. We're gonna collide, and it's gonna see, who's a stronger man. And I'm very sure it's gonna be me. But you know, all due respect to him, it's gonna go the way I want it to go. I've got a lot more experience than him.
Brilliant. Misfits 12, January 20th in Leeds. Fes Batista versus Ben Williams. Get your tickets in the description. We'll see you there.